What is up, bros and broettes? I'm Ing/44, and today is going to be the ultimate versus episode. Why? Because this is the last episode of the Advanced Warfare versus videos. Of course, this series will come back later on in Black Ops 3, but as far as Advanced Warfare goes, this is the final versus episode, and it's not going to be one gun versus another. We are going to break it down and find what is the best variant in Advanced Warfare. And I think it's pretty obvious by the things I've said, things I've done. It's the Insanity. But throughout this video, I'm going to compare it to other guns and show you why the Insanity is the beast that it is. So, as always, we are going to start off with damage, and there's basically three guns we are going to compare it to. We're going to compare it to the Obsidian Steed, the STG-44 Relic, and a version of the ASM-1. Why? Because those, I'm pretty sure, are considered the other best weapons in the game, and by comparing them to those ones, you'll see just how amazing the Insanity is. So, starting out, let's talk about the damage profile. So as far as the damage profile goes, the Insanity is 40 damage up close, 33 at mid-range, 25 at long range. That ranges from a 3 to a 4 bullet kill. That's an awesome damage profile. Let's compare that here. Let's compare that to the STG-44. So the STG-44 Relic has 40 damage up close, 33 at mid-range, 24 at long range. The only difference there is the 24 at long range, meaning it's a 5 bullet kill at long range, whereas the Insanity is a 4 bullet kill. Now, the Obsidian Steed is the best one to compare it to because we got 34 damage up close, 34 at mid-range, 25 at long range. So that's a 3 to 4 bullet kill, and that's really good because it's also a 3 bullet kill at long range. So as far as a damage profile goes, the Obsidian Steed is probably the best you're going to get and the most consistent. Yes, that's right. When I talk about the Obsidian Steed throughout this video, consistency is the key. So as far as an ASM-1 goes, I am not giving you the damage profile for it because it's not nearly as good as these assault rifles. Reason being that at long range, it drops down to a 6 bullet kill, and that just does not hang with these 4 bullet kill at long range guns. It comes down to consistency. The reason why the ASM-1 isn't the best gun in the game, which it could definitely be, is because it's not as consistent at every single range. Whereas if we're looking at the Insanity or the Obsidian Steed, it's a 3 to 4 bullet kill. Look how consistent that is. Every time you're firing the gun, you only need to get 3 or 4 bullets out of the gun to kill someone. Whereas the ASM-1, sometimes you need to get 6 bullets out of the gun to kill someone. So that's why. The next thing we're going to look at, though, is fire rate. So in Advanced Warfare, it turns out you only need 3 stats to be good on a gun to make the weapon good, which I actually, when playing Black Ops 3, noticed has actually kind of changed, which we'll talk about once Black Ops 3 comes out. But in Advanced Warfare, you need the damage to be good, you need the fire rate to be good, and you need the recoil or view kick to be good. So we've talked about damage, and we showed you why the damage for the Insanity is one of the best in the games. Now, we're going to talk about the fire rate, and this is really where the Insanity really gets insane. Like it really lives up to its name. So as far as the fire rate for the Insanity goes, it starts out at 1,000 fire rate, which is insane for an assault rifle. Starts out at 1,000 and then drops down to 750. That 750 is already actually pretty good, especially for that damage profile. For example, remember how we were talking about the Obsidian Steed? The Obsidian Steed starts out at 600 RPM and goes up to 750. So yes, the Insanity starts at a higher fire rate and finishes at the same fire rate. So that's what makes it so much better than the Obsidian Steed. It's insane how good that fire rate is. And then, of course, if we go and look at the STG-44, the fire rate for the base gun is 750. The fire rate for the Relic is 857. But again, the damage profile for the STG Relic isn't as good. And then, if we go and look at the ASM-1, this is where it gets really interesting. If we go and look at the ASM-1 here, the fire rate for the ASM-1 starts out at 857. And then drops down to a 759 unless you are using the Speakeasy, which goes actually up to 1,000. So even though, like if we compare the base ASM-1, it drops down to the same fire rate, but the Insanity starts out at a higher fire rate than the ASM-1. So no matter when you fire the trigger, For the Insanity, it starts out at that 1000 fire rate. For the ASM one, it started out at an 857 fire rate. So remember what I was saying about the damage profile? Insanity has a better damage profile than the ASM one. Well, it pretty much has a better fire rate too. So that's why it's such a good gun. It basically has a beastly assault rifle damage profile with an ASM one's fire rate. Basically is the way to look at it. And then finally, the last thing I can say that's actually bad about the Insanity is you can't use a red dot sight, and the view kick's pretty harsh. Like, you really got to get used to the view kick. You got to throw a foregrip on there, and you really got to get used to that thing. And the other bad thing I can say about it, I don't fucking have it yet. As if you guys watch my supply drop opening videos, you'll know that I haven't even gotten close to getting it, and it's really upsetting because the game's almost over. I think we have 2 more supply drop openings on this channel before Black Ops 3 comes out, and we better frickin' get it. So, if you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like rating. It'd be super greatly appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and check me out on Twitter, link in the description. Thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, peace out.